DJ Longhair here in the house. Woot, woot. We have special guest and sponsor of today's show, Speedrobo. How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Hello. Fair.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Tortoise, what's up, man? Welcome back.
Hey, here to party.
Hell yeah. Hillbilly in the house. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh man. Well, we got your clip we haven't played in forever, and then we got Super Fast. Here's Super Fast. Super fast. And we got to play the PC one first. We can't play the one earlier. So here's
Hillbilly. I have an idea. Follow my lead.
Got my own fire knife, got my own fiddle. Sun's coming up, I got rebel. I ain't nothing but a funny riddle. I like them French fried potatoes.
That's right. I don't know if you could find it soon. Oh, he's away, but we have KJ Cowboy Dan. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing all right. You know, Speedrobo stole my intro, so I don't know. I was gonna say hi. Just
You're
saying.
Like, hi.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, very, very, very short and sweet.
No, good intro. I loved it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we did send. I sent you a link. Escaped. If you want to hop in here in a little bit, we'd love to have you. So by all means, jump in. Speedrobo would love to have you as well. So there you go. It's my understanding that he supports at least half your business and has bought at least half of all your stuff.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Escaped Alien's been really good to us.
Yeah.
And really good friend of mine.
Nice. So can't wait to have him on. He's been on a couple times, but more of my random streams, so it's like whatever, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Where have you found it yet, KJ?
On what?
For TCGDude? I know it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Right at the top.
Are you back, TCGDude?
Oh, I'm back again. Give me a sleeve.
That's right. All right.
Hell yeah.
Well, welcome, brother. And let's go ahead and do a little bit of the MTG open forum. You sent me a link real quick to one of my previous sponsors, MTG Rocks, with their bonbon.
Great.
Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. And we'll cover that real quick. And then we'll get into some nitty gritty that you had, Speedrobo. Some insider knowledge. And then we'll get to the main topic of if you want to make and put out your own game, what are some real costs associated? What do you got to do? This is your business. So you pretty much have the floor after that. So let me go ahead and get this article up and going here real quick. There we go. Thank you so much, TCGDude, for sending this my way, so I didn't have to look for it. We do have ads, though, and I cannot do much about it, so my apologies there. All right, so here it is. Controversial MTG Marvel's Secret Lair sale somehow gets worse. Yeah, and just to let you know, I actually am invested in this, as there's only 2 that I could really use, but I did get it.
Oh,
and so far, just looking at the boxes here, no problems. So far so good. We'll see when we crack open, but do film you opening it. So one, you have proof. Remember to keep your receipt. I would go ahead and save it to a PDF file now, and go ahead and film it either for YouTube or just for your own sake. Because if there is an issue, you have backup and proof. And I had a problem with one of the starters a while back, and they took care of it. And in this last run, they're all like, "Oh, we need a receipt and all that." I gave you video proof of me opening it. Oh, we need pictures still. You're like, really? Okay, well, here's the pictures. You know. Oops, sorry, my internet's dipping.
Yeah, I had an error with the Secret Lair in the past. I think it was the Galaxy Foil one. And it's supposed to come with a strip mine, which is the bigger hit, sitting at around $70 right now. I instead got 2 Fabled Passages, which I know. Okay, it sounds really whack, but I'm the mill guy and the landfall guy, so I was like, okay, of all the cards, I guess that's okay. Yeah, but still, it
All right.
happens.
So, real quick, we'll kind of skim through and not read it. You guys are more than welcome to go back and read it. So, because of all the hype and everything, Marvel fans managed to crash the storefront, which we went over that a couple roundtables ago, and during the live, you guys saw me attempting to purchase, which I managed to get through naturally and not have to use any of the cheats. So left many players unable to buy what they wanted. Of course, it oversold. To make matters worse, Secret Lair was the latest to be plagued by line skipping exploit, if you guys remember that. Yep, which further depleted supply. This ultimately led to selling out under 5 hours. Sadly, this unprecedented demand has left many MTG players disappointed. Look for more of that. It's not going to go away, guys.
Yeah.
So the main problem is that people started receiving their packages. So now Secret Lair shipments are making their way to players' hands. Some opening the package only to find disappointment inside. Oh, yeah. Roll that disappointment clip, Dan. You found it?
Oh, yes, the disappointment clip. Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
They open up. Any luck?
Poor Reddit user, the big germ.
Yeah.
No,
Dude, Reddit usernames are something else.
Right?
Oh my god.
I know. Okay.
I don't remember which one it is.
There it is. Here it is. Yeah, you open up the package and that's right.
Yeah.
So the typical stuff that happens, missing cards, receiving stuff damaged. There was one where they put it instead of the box like they sent mine. They sent it in a bubble mailer, and they were all jacked and bent up.
Oh my god!
So it was missing cards from the Secret Lair Wolverine drop. 4 other drops seemingly arrived with everything as it should, which only raises more questions. So more people are concerned. The basis is people are concerned that since this sold out, are they going to have any replacements? Is it too bad, too sad, or are they just going to offer money back? Which, it sucks because you have to go and buy it for double value. Some have dropped a little bit more reasonable, but most Secret Lairs that are limited, and I have a background in Disney and comics and other things, so I already know the Disney and Marvel scalpers are horrible, dude. Good luck on any product coming out. Yeah, you have to way overprint to have it, be available for, whatever. You have to overprint initially on the first set, and then the collectors start worrying. So it's just a really bad experience all around. If you guys are not used to the collector market, knew they were going to double or triple the cost of it. So, and we've already seen it on other Secret Lairs. So, player getting unlucky, somewhat a packaging process, right? Little Pocket Hero, there you go. Seeing a lot of people complaining about missing cards, and a lot of people on Reddit showing it. And as more and more players shared similar experiences, the missing product, one reason or another, it's unclear exactly how the widespread this issue is. But obviously, this isn't good news at all. Marvel Super Drop was meant to be a celebration for everyone involved, but it's just been problem after problem. Yeah. So, given the value and scarcity of these layers, many MTG players are now worried about missing out. Of course, so being able to buy the cards was already difficult enough, but now it seems that people are receiving their stuff and it's jacked. Sadly, there's no ideal solution to ensure you got all the cards you are there accounted for, such as the recommendation online seems to open up Secret Lairs now and worry about gift giving later. Importantly, opening up your order, it's recommended that you record the entire process so you have concrete evidence. Yeah. I probably should have filmed me opening that top, but whatever. I have the receipt and everything. More concerns about Wizard support. Will they actually experiencing high volume tickets? So it's going to be a month or two before you get word back. Sometimes it's usually about a week or two. and it may be even longer on this, and it's not even in one of the sections that you can hit for secret layers for Marvel. So maybe small comfort. However, given the holidays looming and replacement may not even be possible. So people are chipping on that as well. And more on this. It's widespread. Just kind of skimming a little bit here. And, of course, concerns that they will hopefully get it more streamlined before the big SpongeBob secret layer drop. That's going to sell out. I'm not going to participate in that one, but, it's probably going to have similar issues. But I don't think the scalpers are as bad for SpongeBob.
I guess you could say Wizards going to soak up the profits there.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
a sponge.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I know. And Duel's calling me out. Those are real scalpers. Mad dumping on Facebook right now. Yep. Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, but there's a difference between, Magic scalpers, okay, but usually if it's a short run product, you're going to see that. For example, the Mythic Edition way back when. Yeah, people bought it, double the price. That was the new standard until people got it in hand, and then it would be only like 50% more that you can expect to pay. But you'll see that in a lot of markets, but especially like Marvel and Disney, it's a hell of a lot worse. Like when Lorcana came out, right? Lorcana, I knew people were going to have problems getting the actual product in hand because the scalpers got there first, had their bot set up to buy it out immediately, and then everything was at least double the price on eBay. So it's a common thing. Do I feel bad that I didn't get to do that? I guess I could have, but I don't know. But see value risen over time, that makes sense. But right at the get-go, limited run products, you see it all the time. PlayStation 5 when it first came out, scalpers got to it first. Bam. In order to get was it 500 or some crap? So was it 1,000 if you really wanted to get one? And then on top of that, you had to deal with scams of them not even sending you the PS5. So there you go. Anger, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm in at least 4 Razes on Facebook for Marvel product. Nice.
Cool.
It's one of those times saying scalping is closer to the truth than the last time we were talking about scalping. Yeah, well, I know. I get what you're saying. But honestly, this was scalpers. Come on. We had tips and tricks to skip the line, and people weren't able to get their products fairly in the queue system. So, yeah, the bots came in, bought all the stuff. I was very fortunate for me on my first order to be able to get the arcanes. So, there you go.
You still got to open them to see if they're all there.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
You still got to open them to see if they're all there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Open them live. Do it right now.
Yeah.
I'm not opening them, but I will definitely show what we got because we got order for me.
Pure pressure. Pure pressure. Pure pressure.
Pure pressure. That's a lot of secret layers to be opening.
Okay, that's pretty nice. That's pretty
Not
nice.
opening them, but I'm showing that they're there.
Oh, we're gonna open secret layers.
Half of
tonight?
these aren't mine, anyways.
Oh, fair enough.
We'll open one of them tonight, but I only got 2 for me, and the rest either I'm going to resell. One of them for sure is going up in a future giveaway for the 22 subscriber giveaway. So you'll have a chance to actually win one. At that point, it'll probably be they're $50 a pop, so they'll probably still be like 85 to 90 as they're calming down, and the market actually has other people trying to sell. All right, so we got Wolverine, Captain America. So that's his Wolverine. That's his Captain America. Iron Man, Storm, the emblem, very hard to get. Arcane Signet, woot. Black Panther. All right, and we got his emblem, his Black Panther, his Storm, and his Iron Man. So it seems to check out. Should have 6 here.
All I should have heard throughout that whole thing is I got Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man, Wolverine, Iron Man.
So which do you think is better for the 22-22, Captain America or Iron Man?
Probably Iron Man, right?
Well, Iron Man for the synergy, Captain America, for America.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
I don't know. And when it comes down to a lot of the fans right now, they're kind of not liking either concept right now. Fans of Marvel, so just saying.
Well,
people are
yeah.
saying that the whole Robert Downey Jr. thing's been played out. The whole fact that he's coming back to play Doom and
Yeah.
irritating fans as it is. And on top of that, with Captain America, you know, they've had him gone away from the MCU for too long that fans don't really care. And like the sales of Captain America comic books have dropped.
Wow.
Well,
Just saying.
Yeah.
They always go up
Face
and
with
down.
Falcon. Come on.
in the comic books too, didn't they make Falcon Captain America?
Eventually, Bucky became Captain America before Falcon. If you want to
They
be
skipped. Yeah. He was
comic
right.
book accurate, and then
Yeah.
after Bucky, then the clone of Captain America became Captain America.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
then Iron Patriot, American
Okay.
Yeah,
Patriot.
there's a lot of different stories. That's why Disney hitting up on the multiverse and stuff is just a scapegoat on
Yeah.
what they can do with the characters.
Yep.
I get no one cares about Captain America. All right.
But you got to
so I
admit
guess
it
we'll
is one of
do
the
Iron Man.
smartest
Thank you, guys.
scapegoats.
All right. And now Speedrobo, you have some insider gamer news that we would love to hear about.
Yes. So what's funny, this was kind of fortuitous, right? As I was before this stream today talking to one of my friends who has pretty strong connections with the Japanese toy industry. And I heard some interesting Hasbro news through him. Some of this you may have already heard and talked about, but one interesting thing that was mentioned was Aaron Archer, a retired design lead who used to work at Hasbro, commented on a recent round of layoffs that were happening at Hasbro.
Yeah.
And what Aaron Archer said, and I didn't hear this from Aaron Archer, this was from my friend who keeps his ear to the ground in the actual toy industry, is, quote, "If you understand corporate structures or have worked within them, this move is very symptomatic of a change from being a manufacturer to an IP licensing platform."
Yeah, makes sense.
And I think that's really interesting because we're seeing a lot of moves with Hasbro where Hasbro itself, basically their only real moneymaker at this point is Wizards of the Coast. Transformers occasionally makes money, but not really. Somehow they've managed to stop making money with My Little Pony. Nerf doesn't make money, right? Hasbro's pretty much got Wizards and nothing else. So it makes sense that they'd be looking to shift away from making more toys and doing direct manufacturing to just licensing out to other people. And what's interesting is that we've seen this in the past 5 years or so with a lot of their card games, right? Even though they have Wizards of the Coast, they license out their IPs to Interplay to make a My Little Pony and Transformers card game. A lot of people don't know this, but the Transformers card game, despite having the Wizards logo on it, was entirely handled by Interplay. Yeah. So it's just we're seeing. Yeah, I actually really liked the Transformers card game. I thought it was pretty cool. But no, I learned recently that was all Interplay. So I think that this might have an effect on Wizards as things go on, especially since they've just come out and stated that half of Magic the Gathering is going to be Universes Beyond coming up.
Right.
And that fits with the IP mill situation.
Right.
The other interesting piece of Hasbro toy news over in Japan is stuff that's happening with a longtime Hasbro partner, Takara Tomy. You may be familiar with these guys, but these are the folks that do Beyblade. They are half of Transformers. They did the Transformers line in Japan. They still do the Transformers line in Japan. And Takara Tomy is half of the creative force behind Duel Masters.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. And Takara Tomy recently has been reviving a bunch of their old robot toy lines rather than just doing exclusively Transformers. And it looks like Takara Tomy's moving away from Transformers and focusing on their own entire in-house IPs, which I also don't think is good news for Hasbro.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely tell something's amiss in my brain. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but even at my local Walmart, the shelves look kind of bare for Hasbro toys and other toys and the like.
Exactly. So like something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Are they also behind What If Gundams? Not as far as I'm aware. Gundam, I'm pretty sure, is just Bandai. Let me double check though, because I'm not familiar with the What If Gundam toy line.
They're kind of like models. The robots from the Gundam series, you can put them together. You can buy them as glue models. They're a big when Beast Wars was out.
Yeah, that is exclusively Bandai then. Takara Tomy. Takara Tomy wasn't Bakugan, that was Spin Master and Sega. But Takara Tomy is like the biggest toy company in Japan.
Right.
So with this whole situation with Hasbro, is that, we know that right now that they're going to be dealing with D&D, and they're making some decisions right now that
there's a lot of drama
D&D community
there.
is not too happy with right now, and this can affect that even harder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This I don't know what's going to happen with D&D. But I do know that a lot of D&D competitors have been springing up. So if anybody's interested in playing like an off-brand, sort of like the Great Value store brand version of 5e, just to get away from Wizards, Tales of the Valiant is actually really good. I liked that a lot. And it's basically just D&D 5e, but not Wizards. So it was nice. Played it at my game store. I liked it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, of course, there's always Pathfinder, but that's like based off 2nd edition, if I recall.
Well, isn't Pathfinder more D6 related than D20s? Or just
yes, I think so.
Trying to remember. It's been a long time since I remember playing Pathfinder.
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of tabletop role-playing games myself. I'm much more in the card game space.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But speaking of which, I just want to introduce everyone, and we got into some good topics. But the whole reason you sponsored today, let's go ahead and play that right now. You're involved in this game, so let's go. We kind of edited it on the fly from the Patreon or the Kickstarter video, and then you had music, and I'm like, I'm worried about copyright, and then I made my music, and then boom, we have her done.
This is the DJ remix.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Here we go.
World premiere.
There we go, guys.
Wow, thank you for taking a look at that. That was the trailer for our new board game, Illyriad Empires. We are currently successfully funded on Kickstarter. We're going to be rolling out the official launch come June. And it is a strategy board game. It's a tile-based system similar to Catan, so the map is fully customizable. If you want a shorter game, make the map smaller. Longer game, make the map bigger. It's got a deck building element like Dominion or Slay the Spire. So in the video game that this is based off of, that we got the license to use, you've got a research tree that you go through as you build up your civilization. And we replicated that by you purchasing new like research cards to add to your deck over time. So you learn new magic and technologies that give you different edge in combat or resource production. And then the combat is...
go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No. Sorry, I cut you off. Go. What's up?
Oh, no. I was just going to say thank you, Super Fast Tortoise, already finding the Kickstarter link.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Tortoise.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, there it is. We got back super quick, so I'm really thankful to the Illyriad community for showing up and giving us some love. The combat, right? So when you move on to a hex with enemy pieces, you roll dice equal to the number of troops you have in combat. Then there's different bonuses that can happen depending on what terrain you're on and who you're fighting. So, which is very similar to the video game, where different bonuses can happen depending on like where you're fighting. So setting up your pieces to make those sort of tactical advantageous moves is key to combat. And that's the gist of how the game works. You know, you capture the enemy city to eliminate players, and you try to eliminate all the enemy players before winter. Because when winter ends, the game's over, and whoever has the most territory under their control is the winner.
So it's time-based. That's good.
Yeah, it is. There's a timed element to it. So at the start of each turn, you flip over the next season card. And so there's 8 cards in each season. And once all 32 cards are out of the deck, the game ends.
That reminds me of a Rolling Right I played, where you have 4 seasons of playthrough. And if you
Coach,
score is based off how you ended your last season.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I come from my family plays board games. Like right now, I'm looking at Stone Age, Everdell, Wormspan, Abomination, Villainous, Mycelia, Malam, Zombicide, Quacks and Quillenberg.
Oh yeah,
I
played Zombies too. That was fun.
Yeah, Small World, which is a fun game. Which your game kind of reminds me of Small World, but more Catan.
Oh, there's a question. So no, Speedrobo, go ahead and answer this one.
Yeah. So am I a part of this Kickstarter in any way? Yes, I am. So my company was contracted by the IP owner to make a tabletop version of their MMO, which was such a fun challenge. I really, really love being able to take like something else that that I enjoy, because I was actually a fan of this video game before I started working on this too. And it was fun to like go through and sort of think about, okay, Illyriad, the video game, has this mechanic. How am I going to make a tabletop version of it? So I think a really good example is the season deck specifically, because Illyriad has a real-time system in it. Mm-hmm. So each phase of the moon in each season increases resource production in the game by a different percentage. Mm-hmm. So not only does the season deck act as a timer, but every time you flip it over, you collect resources based on what the season and lunar phase is.
Right. Okay. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, I understand, because like in the game I was talking about, every time the season changes, you get a different resource, or something's changed because of the season specific.
And we have some good news for you, Hill Wheeler. We'll go ahead and have you answer this one too, as you have demos and full games. Where exactly?
Yes. So you can check out you can check out any of our games actually on our Discord server. We've got people willing to play any of our titles at any time. And if you use Tabletop Simulator, we have fully tricked out mods ready to go for Illyriad Empires.
Nice.
It takes 5 minutes to learn the basics of the game. If I walk you through a single turn, you'll be like, oh yeah, I got it. But the different military positioning is what really brings out the strategic elements. And if you play on the fastest settings of Illyriad Empires, you can be done with the game in 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh,
so
wow.
You can play extremely fast if you only have a little bit of time. Or if you play on like the largest map with the slowest settings, it can take up to 2 hours. So it can be a whole board game night. And building in different like options into the rules for players to choose how fast they want to play was something that I was very, very proud of, because not every game's for everybody, and not everybody has all the same time. So a good example of that, not only in you're able to pick how many tiles you want the map to be, you're also able to pick how your Magic and Research cards activate. So in the slower version of the game, your Magic and Research cards go to your discard pile to then be shuffled into your deck. But if you want to play the game faster, when you purchase a Magic or Research card, simply add it to your hand and play it right away.
Ooh, okay. What game was like that? I played a game that had that mechanic where you put it to your hand and then you played it.
Yeah, I don't think I've... Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle.
I got that game, yes.
I love that game. That's one of my favorite deck builders.
It's one of my favorite next to Dominion.
Dominion's really solid. I took a lot of inspiration from... I think I took more inspiration from Hogwarts Battle when it came to the deck building elements than I did Dominion. But I normally reference Dominion when I'm teaching people the game because that's the one that everybody's played.
Right, but now I can see where you got the seasons from, because in Harry Potter you got the chapters for each story.
Yes. Yep. There was a lot of inspiration there. Yeah, there is a Harry Potter deck builder. It's called Hogwarts Battle. It is genuinely one of the best games I've ever played. I really recommend it.
Yeah. My copies is right over there. It's pretty fun. It's a fun game, and this game sounds fun. Is it a tribal type game at all? The kind of seems like it from when I was looking through the Kickstarter.
Yeah, so there's 4 different races that you can play as, and they're all based on the actual different races and classes in Illyriad. So each one is better at producing a different unit type and a different resource. So choosing which race you want to start at is going to determine whether you're going to be focusing on cavalry, ranged units, siege engines, or spearmen.
Nice.
Yep. And there's...
Very cool.
Yeah. So, you kind of pick which unit type you prefer the most and roll from there.
That's pretty cool. Pretty
awesome. Well, thank you again for sponsoring this episode.
No problem.
Good news. Be sure to hit me up. Also, hey, there's Fake Name Games. He finally figured out it. Hey, what's up, man?
One of my main clients. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Yeah, we got to demo that game on Monday. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go back into the live section on my YouTube and look for was it Heroes of Legends? I always
Warriors of Legend.
Well, Warriors of Legends. Thank you. Sorry, I'm being professional. Anyways, we played that game, and it's just simply called Let's Play Warriors of Legends, and we played with the creator. I thought that was super awesome.
Yep, that game's absolutely fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, right. We talked about this before the stream, DJ, but I have 2 Illyriad Empires shirts that we can do as giveaways.
Giveaway later. All right.
Awesome.
Let me wake up NaughtyBot.
I just got to get a copy of the game.
Right.
You can. By the way, if you are interested in getting this game, definitely back it before the Kickstarter ends. We will have pre-orders going after the Kickstarter, but if you back it now, you get $10 off.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
NaughtyBot, wake up, NaughtyBot. All right. Well, I'm figuring that out, and I will interrupt you when I have it up.
Oh, please do.
But yeah. So what I wanted to talk about, or the main topic today, is not as Coach said earlier, what are we butthurt about today? Well, we already had the butthurt segment. Now we're going to talk about our creative process. And since we have a independent game publisher and developer here, we can get some answers question if you wanted to start fresh. So, super fast. You decide to make the super fast turtle game, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Perhaps you have most of the mechanics down. Now you got to shop for a publisher. You got to find an artist. You got to find, the parts of the game itself,
right?
Whether it be cardboard, dice, or whatever. And you got to figure out a way of distributing this out to the game stores and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's let's just use the super fast tortoise game as our prime example.
Great.
Speedrobo, go.
Yeah. So Well, and one thing that I want to make clear tonight is, and this is open to everybody here in the call and in the YouTube chat. If you have any questions or want to pick my brain on anything, just ask.
Yes.
I am totally an open book, here to answer your questions tonight. So you've got a game, you've got the game mechanics down. What's the next step? The next step is getting together a prototype and getting your friends to play it. That's the big one. Okay, so how are you going to get the prototype made? I actually will even post in the comments some of my top recommendations of places to get your game made. So number one, and this is one that's very, very common, is the gamecrafter.com. So if you need to make a board game, these people have like every single board game component ready, custom order, print to order. You can just order one copy, you're good to go. Wow. That's the upside. Quality is generally pretty good. Not like amazing, but it's acceptable. So what's the downside? The cost and the wait time. These guys are really expensive, and it's going to take you a month or more to get what you need in hand. That's just the reality of it. No two ways about it.
Right.
My next recommendation is makeplayingcards.com. So this is actually a company that I still sometimes use to this day, despite having my own in-house manufacturing options. They are some of the best print-on-demand card makers you can find. The shipping on them is a little bit expensive because it does come from China, but their price is good, their speed is good, and their quality is great.
Okay.
I haven't used Launch Tabletop, but I've heard they're pretty good. And then, of course, my final recommendation is a little website called speedrobogames.com.
No. They do exist.
We do exist.
Oh, you got to do the HTTP in front of it.
Oh, I will do that.
Yeah.
Speedrobogames.com. But, we don't have there is a downside to us, and there's actually several downsides to going with us. Number one, we don't have the handy dandy, like plug and play, do it yourself manufacturing options. You have to email me and I'll work with you, direct on getting everything set up and printed.
By the way, I forgot, guys. Cheers. I was like,
cheers.
I didn't even open it yet.
My water.
I've been drinking my coffee. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I know. What the hell? Cheers, everyone.
Like I almost made a refill.
Right?
Oh yeah.
All right, carry on, sir. Carry on.
So that's the number one downside is we don't have, a robust do-it-yourself website. The second downside to us is that out of these three options I've given you between GameCraft or Make Playing Cards and me, our quality is definitely the worst out of the three.
Yeah.
I call it like it is. We're the lowest quality out of these print-on-demand folks. But the upside is that we ship faster than anybody else, and we're cheaper than pretty much anybody else you're going to work with. And we print in the States. So that's part of the reason why we're cheaper, because shipping costs are way, way lower.
America.
And faster because it's done all within my own company. So, if you're stateside and and you need something done like immediately, I'm your best shot. But if you've got some extra money to spend, you want the extra quality, and you want the prototype to be like 100% good to go, locked in, honest recommendations, GameCrafter.
All right.
There you go.
Now,
I
want to interject really quick.
Anyway. All right.
I want to interject really quick. Not to take away from what you're doing, because you're saying is awesome, right? But if you're someone who's poor and broke like me, who's designed over 24 games for my wife, right?
I got you.
Right?
I got you.
Yeah, and her games are like simple games. But I made her like a Monopoly game, right? Beta testing. Don't have the money to go there. You got a print shop down the road. FedEx, UPS, maybe it has some name. You can get cardboard stock on the cheap. You can make your stuff. You can buy dice for cheap at the stores.
Oh yeah.
And all I'm rooting for is if you're designing a game, start designing, go that route before you invest in this route.
I completely agree. I could not agree more, Tortoise. You are 100% correct. Yes. So another recommendation I have on actually, like, if you want to take it to the next level and get something printed, Do a Google search, do a Yellow Pages lookup of who in your area prints business cards. Because if they do business cards, they can do pretty much any card, any cardboard component you need. Go into their store and talk to them and say, hey, I've got a really specific need for this really like one print run of thing. I'm making something for my wife, girlfriend, my son came up with this card game and I want to make it like real for him for Christmas. Talk to your local business card printer. They should be able to help you out.
Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome advice right there too. Yeah, like coming from a generic Job Corps graphic design background, you learn about print shop stuff, and print shops like FedEx and stuff, they have like the best kind of papers and stuff. You don't have to think like go to Speedrobo, go to the Game Crafter and stuff when you want those high quality things. But when you're just play testing, go for the cheap source first. Play test till you get it right, because you know what? There's times I've been playtesting a game, because there's this dinosaur game I was trying to make before I got this Dinosaur Island game, which is like one of my favorite games ever.
I got to beta test that, or no, I got to beta see it. I didn't get to play it, but when it first came out,
right? And instead of buying the cards all the time, like from Make Playing Cards and stuff, I was always editing cards, changing the cards up. Start from square one, go from square one. Do not when you got a solid foundation on a board game that you like, then go to one of those for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. I completely agree. Another fun thing you can do if you really want it to be in-house, if you've got an inkjet printer and a home laminator,
there you go.
You're set. So I used to do this.
You got his gears going.
Yeah.
You mean like one of these?
Exactly that. Yes.
Yeah.
The Scotch thermal laminator. So when I was in grade school, and I've been making cards and my own games since I was 7 years old, I would fire up MS Paint on my dad's computer.
Nice.
Make the cards, print them out on the home printer, and then use my mom's scrapbook laminator to laminate them. I'd cut them out. There you go. You're set. You're perfect. You're ready to go. That's all you need.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Crafty.
What I was going to lead into, and thank you for addressing that. After you feel that your play test is working, it seems to be playing out pretty well. Now you're ready for the next level, Tortoise, for your super fast Tortoise game, right? So, now what, Speedrobo? So he's already got the game. His friends are liking the game. He's got some good input. He's ready to go to the next level. What will be the next step?
So I generally like to get some more input and spread it around the internet a little bit. There's a lot of different like homemade game communities out there, and a really powerful tool to be able to play with more people online is a program called Tabletop Simulator. I am pretty sure most people here are familiar with it. But making your own mod in that, importing your cards is super easy, and it's a great way to show more people your game. So give that a shot. And the other powerful thing that Tabletop Simulator lets you do is if you say start crowdfunding and you want people to play your game now, you can offer the print and play, and you can offer Tabletop Sim. But there's a question in chat that Fake Name Games already answered that I'm going to answer right now. At what point do you get a game patent? Honest advice, while you can do a patent for your game, it is completely pointless and unenforceable. We're here in a Magic the Gathering stream. Everyone knows Richard Garfield technically patented the trading card game. How'd that go for him?
Right.
It doesn't matter. They are completely unenforceable. There's historic precedent for them to be unenforceable. It is frankly a waste of your time and money to bother patenting your game. And copywriting mechanics is also not really a thing you can do. At what point do you copyright like your name, your game name, your brand, your world? I would say that you would want to start copywriting that after you have a successful funding or first release. Until then, it's generally not needed, and you can get away with a lot of poor man's copywriting. In regards to your names, like just getting the like mailing a letter to yourself, for example, is generally okay. But yeah, you'll want to like.
We used to do that with a lot of our art that we used to do back in the day when we had our. I was writing a underground comic book.
Yep.
Back in high school, senior year, I think, and just mailed it to myself.
Yeah, the whole mailing it to yourself isn't like an airtight solution, but generally it's good enough. So how did MTG get so far into their lawsuit against Hex TCG then? Let me go ahead and lawsuit MTG versus Hex. Let me just go ahead and double check that up. It was infringing on their IP rights. It was not infringing on their patent rights. So the similarities were between Hex, Shards of Fate, and Magic the Gathering. Additionally, the reason why they got so far is one was effectively an indie title that had to go through Kickstarter, and one was Magic the Gathering. So, yeah, money and more powerful lawyers is generally how a lot of lawsuits get far like that. A good and slightly controversial example of this that's happening now is Pokemon versus Pal World, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Where and what's interesting about this is that Pokemon is actually taking it from the opposite perspective that Wizards took it with Hex. Apparently, from my like quick refresh on this lawsuit. What they're doing is Pokemon actually does have a gameplay patent on the real-time catching of monsters in a virtual world. And they're trying to use that to bully Pal World because Pokemon knows for a fact that they'd never be able to get Pal World on copyright despite how close the monster designs are. It's just not really something that's going to hold up in court. So I hope that sort of answered your question on patents and copyrights. Yeah,
that's a pretty steep conversation right there.
Yeah. So besides legal,
I did actually look up one more legal thing. I checked the end of the lawsuit. Inevitably, the companies are now sanguine. We recognize Wizards. And Hex Entertainment CEO Corey Jones states, "We believe the gaming community will benefit from knowing that Hex Shards of Fate is no longer subject to litigation," which means that lawsuit did not pan out. So there you go.
Okay.
They probably settled out of court just to make Wizards, piss off. But
yeah, probably. They're like, give us money to handle our Hasbro overlords, please. We need to milk every penny we can get.
But yeah, to Hex Ducklet, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. I'm really looking forward to diving more into the situation. I want to make it clear that my comments on this particular lawsuit are not fully informed, and I will be reading more about it. So thank you so much for mentioning that.
Sure. And don't take financial advice and all the other disclaimers, please.
Yes, nothing I'll say here, especially on the legal end, is legal advice. I can give you access. They settled, and Hex, when they closed down, said they never fully recovered. Yeah, Wizards. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Hex, thank you for filling me in on that. I'm not surprised that they settled out of court, and Wizards, bullied people. Wizards actually did have a history of using their even their patent on the TCG to bully a lot of smaller companies. They put a lot of games in the 90s out of business just by saying, lol, patent troll, smack with hammer. And if you aren't backed by a large enough company with big enough lawyers, you will still go under from that. That's just kind of a reality. So, but my point on the larger matter is we live in a world where that patent was proven to be ultimately unenforceable because the trading card game is a full genre now. Additionally, this is hashtag not legal advice. But if you are an indie dev and you get a cease and desist from a larger company, cease and desist immediately.
Yeah.
That is my advice. If any of this comes across, just back down, go away, step back, regroup, remove whatever copyright infringement they claim, even if it is total malarkey. That is my recommendation, because it's just not worth it.
Yeah, and they made laws again, anti-slap suits, but they're still there. They still get through.
Yeah,
so it just sucks for us smaller people. But
true. It's true. That's the way of the world.
The anti-slap suit. You mean the Zsa Zsa Gabor suit?
Right.
Sorry, am I old?
So legality aside, super fast tortoise game. You made a good one. Now you want to get it pretty and maybe get the word out. We presented some grassroots efforts. So Tabletop Simulator, if you can learn how to mod or know how to, it should be an easy transition for you in that regard. But say you've done some of those steps and you're ready to go. So what would be the next step for him?
Well, let's talk about artwork and graphic design.
Perfect. Yes.
This is where things get tough, right? Because you can go a long way off of like stock art from like Pixabay and MS Paint graphic design just to show the gameplay to people. But there's going to be some point where the rubber has to hit the road, and you got to start paying for your artwork. I'll cut it to you like it is. When it comes to making an actual physical game, the most expensive part is the art. It just is. And there's no two ways around it. So when it comes to graphic design, there's a couple. Oh no, where'd DJ go? Hello, welcome back.
I'm here.
Okay. There's a couple options you can do. The first is there's actually some really decent like graphics packages you can purchase from different asset stores that I've used before. I've taken them, I've remixed them myself in paint.net. Paint.net is I'll actually post the link to that as well because I really recommend it.
I like paint.net. I use it for thumbnails.
Yes. I'm glad somebody else here knows what's up. But yeah, paint.net is fantastic. It's free. It's open source.
Very true, Coach. Very true.
Yes. No, I agree, Coach. I agree. My advice comes from a place of I don't want to see you guys get hurt. There's a time to fight and there's a time to step back. And, if you're making a board game and somebody says, hey, your board game's name's too similar to my board game, just change the name. You will be okay. But yeah, get paint.net is great. It's free. I use it for pretty much everything. So if you have zero graphic design skills, you can get an asset pack, use that, and that'll work. That'll work very well for your next stage. Might even be able to do the final release with that.
Okay.
But if you've got a very specific graphical vision, Fiverr is a thing. And if you're on a budget,
I like Fiverr.
Fiverr gets the job done. You can find some really good graphic designers on Fiverr at really good rates that can help you out. You can contact. Yeah, no problem, Coach. No, I absolutely agree. Yes, Inkscape and GIMP, also great tools. Any of these are fantastic. The other recommendation on graphic design is send me an email. We've got a whole team. We can help you out as well. We've got affordable rates. I'm not here to exclusively plug me, but
hey, might as well. We're not to that section yet, but you're here. This is the topic, so
exactly.
Might as well, right?
It is the topic. Fake name games. I've never used Affinity. Tell me more about that. After the stream, send me the link to that. I'm interested. So when it comes to graphic design, that's kind of my recommendation. The other thing is that experiment, try, and play around with the tools in Paint.net and Inkscape. You might find out that making card borders is fun. I always recommend to everybody, even if you think you're going to be bad at it, even if you've never done it before, try it out, because you might find out, oh, wait a minute, I actually love doing graphic design, or I love doing card illustration, or something like that. And then you practice and you get good at it, and then you're doing your own graphic design and illustrations for your own game. And that's fun.
Even better. That's
Yeah.
even better.
Oh yeah, the Inkscape is. I've been using Inkscape for years.
It's beautiful.
Like I make my thumbnails every day with Inkscape and AI art with that. But like I make templates and stuff. I've made logos all around it. Like it's pretty. It's pretty big. And if Inkscape's good, if you know how to use Adobe Illustrator.
Yes. Yep.
Right? And GIMP is good if you know Adobe Photoshop. But these are free versions of the program. That's why I listed them. I use them about all the time. And if you're and they're absolutely free. Those links there, I know you can't click on both the links because there's 2 links in one chat, but both links are to the websites to get those free tools. Now they're a learning curve if you never used it before, but you can ask DJ. I've made him pretty sick stuff with Inkscape.
Oh yeah.
For
sure.
Speaking of artwork and illustration, since you mentioned it, Tortoise, I do want to talk a little bit about AI art. Mm-hmm. So I have kind of like a middle ground stance on it. I don't think using AI artwork for like an official full release of your game is a good idea for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, there are people that are going to be very off-put by it for whatever reason they have, not getting into the morality of it, but it's a very hot button topic. Mm-hmm. So using it for your official release might get you into trouble. The second reason is, and this is something that I was actually talking to a friend about the other night, is that it's still fairly easy to tell what's AI and what's not. Sometimes you miss it, but sometimes you can. And it just kind of comes off as lazy, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Okay. I have something on that point. I will bring up a little bit later.
Sure.
But this is on an official release from Marvel Studios.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I can't play the music, but I will bring up that picture because it's absolutely hilarious. Oh my God. Like, really? Okay, carry on, sir. Carry on.
Yeah, so, it's one of those things where, like, taking a step back and looking at, a new game that's come out, and you see that the artwork's AI, but then another new game that's come out, the artwork's done by, like, it's hand-painted artwork done by professionals, even if it's like, quote-unquote, just as good as the AI stuff, what's going to leave a better impression of the company? What's going to feel like there's more effort behind it?
Hiring a business.
Yeah, exactly. Probably the hand-painted, handmade artwork is going to leave a better impression in the end. And so that's why I just don't really... Well, and then reason number 3, depending on which AI module you use and which AI company you use, some of them are known for not necessarily acquiring their training data in the most legal or ethical means. That's just kind of a fact of the matter. And so you're setting yourself up to have a potential legal hoopla if you accidentally use something that was stolen without your knowledge. And so
plagiarism is a thing.
Exactly. And so it's just another reason why for your final release, I would say avoid using AI art. It's a little dangerous. It's a little hot button at the time, at this time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I use AI art for my thumbnails specifically because it's usually just a turtle.
Oh, exactly. And I don't think that's a problem. And additionally, if you use AI artwork, if you use AI artwork for your prototypes, for concept art to send off to your artists, that I think is actually a great use of it, because it can make, your prototype illustrations for your game look a little bit better, look a little bit cleaner. And that's nice. And, if you're having trouble explaining to your artist or showing your artist what your vision for a piece is, doing a couple generations of it and seeing if it comes up with one that was kind of like what you were thinking, that actually does help a lot in concept art. Right. So I think that's where the generative artwork has a place.
Okay, real quick, I just want to interject here. I finally got Naughty Block awake and I also have that video to show, so we can all have a lovely laugh. But please, to get in on the giveaway, put in hashtag Speedrobo in the chat right now. We have what, a 2x or what was it?
I have two 2x shirts for Lyriad Empires to give away tonight.
Nice. Hell
Heck
yeah.
yeah,
If you guys
man.
want to get in
Excited
on that
for that.
giveaway, go ahead and put in hashtag Speedrobo in the chat right now. So here it is. This is absolutely hilarious. Oh my god. I'm not able to play the video.
Oh no!
But this was in the official release. Then there's another AI guy that likes to mess with things. So here it is. Look at the hand, because supposedly Punisher's going to be in it.
Oh no, that's not good.
Official release from Marvel.
Oh,
That's
come
Look at
ridiculous.
that hand.
Come on,
Like, wait, what? It's definitely not his thumb. Like, what? All right. So yeah, be careful when using AI art. Prime
Yes.
example.
be very careful. And Hex made a great point in chat as well. It's novel too. There's no hardcore precedent on what's going on. You know, legislation could come at any moment, and exactly, you're putting yourself in a position where things could potentially legally get bad for you very, very quickly if you use it in a commercial product. So that is why I recommend, if you're releasing it as a commercial product, I would not.
Right. Well, also, AI art really can't be copyrighted. So
Exactly. But if you get custom made artwork, you can actually, and this actually goes back to what we're talking about later, like when you do have an official release and you do have characters and artwork and character designs that are worth copywriting, if you get the artwork officially made by an actual artist, you can do that, and that is extremely powerful for you.
and important too. Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially if you have an IP.
Yes. So how do you get that artwork made? I mentioned Fiverr earlier. Honestly, that's a good place to look for artists.
I find a lot of my artists through the community.
Yes.
I know you're also a VTuber. Your model is apparently part Vaporeon. We won't get into that, but
Yes.
I get most of my art through Fiverr, and then also the rest of the VTuber community is very kind enough to share their artists around.
Correct.
So if you're looking for an artist, make friends with a VTuber.
Make friends with VTubers, make friends with PNG tubers. Go to local conventions, find artists that you like there, and say, "Hey, I'm making a card game. You want to be in a card game? What are your rates?" You know, it is hard. It is shockingly easy to find artists that want to just work for the love of working. Make sure you pay them at least something. I know money can be tight, but there's times where I've gotten great artwork for $20 because that artist was a friend of mine. They knew I was going through hard times, and they're just like, you know what? It's going to take me maybe an hour to bang out this half-body character with no background. I'll do $20 for you. And I'm like, that's fantastic. Thank you.
It is. It's incredible that somebody's willing to do that. And make friends in the community that use artists, because those are the people who are going to recommend the artists. And if you don't trust Etsy or Fiverr or any of the other places where you can get an artist to do something for you, then you definitely need to talk about to people in your community who use them on a regular basis. Correct.
And it is a risk going with a random artist that you met off of like Twitter or Fiverr or DeviantArt. It is a risk, which is why exactly making friends in your community, talking to people and being nice and genuinely, you can pretty easily verify from a friend of a friend if that artist is good and of quality. And that is my genuine recommendation. Very similar to talking to your local print shop to get your cards made. Talk to your friends and your local artists. Somebody will help you out.
I'm making a banner so that while we're talking, people know that there's an active giveaway. So 2XL
Yes. AC
Sure.
Faust, thank you so much for elaborating on this. This is part of what I was talking about with the risk. If you go with somebody totally random, and especially if they say like emergency commissions and they're like, oh, I need quick money, there is a real possibility, I'd say about 50-50, that it could wind up being a scam. A lot of people really do have problems and need the money and need the commission, but I've run into a couple of those scams. I've fallen prey to a few, I know.
I firmly believe that if anybody's willing to sit there and try to convince you that that you've never met before has DM'd you on any of the socials, and I've been getting hit up. They said, "Oh, you're not going to get hit up on Blue Sky. I just barely made my account," and like 40 like fake.
I'm
or,
starting to get those now.
40 fake bots on Blue Sky. I'm assuming are fake bots because the way they respond. And Blue Sky, they're advertising it like there's none there. But I'm getting these bots that are saying, "Oh, well, I'm down on my luck and I'll do art for you."
Yep, exactly. So they're scams. Block those people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You go with the people that you know or your friends know. That's my recommendation.
Right. I've been referring my artists to people,
Great.
She's incredible.
Well, post her links.
Oh, I absolutely will. I'll actually share it because I don't post it straightforward. She's kind of in a little bit of retirement right now from doing commissions. So she only commissions for people who are friends of friends.
Yep, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, maybe not. But there is actually somebody in chat right now who I do work with and I do recommend if you're looking for artwork. AC Faust is a fantastic artist. And she's illustrated for like what, a dozen different card games at this point, something like that. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you're needing artwork for your game, definitely
got her right here.
Yep, Splatterkins. That is her own
We played this game on Tuesday, so go back and check that. Sorry about the hour-long break, but hey, we still got to learn the game. It was pretty cool.
Exactly, it was great. We can always edit it out in post if we need to, and I got to talk about my favorite fast food chains, so it was all good.
Nice. Yeah.
So what about Burger King?
I kind of like Burger King, but there are board game communities on Facebook and other socials you can join that will be able to point you to artists. Absolutely. That is my strong recommend is, just talk to other people in the community that you trust. You'll be able to find somebody that can illustrate for you within your budget. Promise you that. So once oh no, go ahead, DJ.
I was going to say, to obviously toot my own horn, I can't always vocalize and like map out my plan, as my plan is very chaotic and it just kind of hits me. So there's a reason why I've been hitting up a lot of the artists, one to come on and do some shows here on Mr. DJ Longhair's channel, of course, but also I've been kind of pseudo shopping for the game I've been developing here on the channel. So you guys have all been able to participate in that. And we've been, once we get a few versions where it's kind of ironclad, I already have an idea for the in-home game. And I've already have most of the mechanics down already. So we're just kind of ironing it out here on the channel using the wheel, where it will be different for the in-home game. But if you guys get a chance to get in on the Demon games, hey, one person's going to end up with the prize. But it's pretty fun and brutal, very brutal. Just saying. So I'm going to be talking to a few MTG artists as part of the plan of getting the cost down for developing a game, and you guys will be able to all witness that here on the channel, because I've never done it, so it'll be a learning experience for all of us.
Great.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. You have drawn for a few indie games. Nice. Yep. So, okay. So where do we leave off? Superfast already has a good working demo. He wants to fine tune it.
We just got the art and the graphic design figured out. We've shown it to a bunch of people. We've gotten feedback. We've done a couple iterations on the game design. We're looking good. We're locked in. Okay. That means that we're pretty much ready for release. Now we have to figure out how are we going to get it in people's hands. There's a couple ways to do this.
Distribution.
Well, that's probably the hardest way to do it. So at this stage, you could try to talk to some distributors like Alliance or Southern Hobby or Asmodee and see if they're interested. This is almost certainly not going to work. If you're really lucky or you know somebody on the inside, you might be able to make it happen. They might say, yeah, put us down for, 500 copies. And then you talk to your printing company, you get 500 printed, you ship them straight there. Bada bing, bada boom, everybody wins.
Right.
But
in an ideal world.
In an ideal world, that's how it would work. But there's so many games. Are you going to be one of the ones that these major distributors pick up? Probably not. So where do you go from there? One place, and this is something that
Speedrobo.com.
Speedrobogames.com is actually one of the places that you could potentially go.
Yay.
Because you could pitch your game to different publishing companies that have relations with these distributors. I'm one of them. Brotherwise Games is an example. There's quite a few other like publishing games out there. Lucky Duck Games, Wise Wizard Games. I've worked with both of them in the past. Paizo, they're all very good. Is this slightly easier than getting straight into distribution? Yes.
Okay.
Be ready for rejection. Get ready for a lot of rejection. This is like pitching a vertical slice of your video game to a video game publisher. Odds are you will hear no after no after no, months and months and months and months in a row. You might be able to land one, have a really good demo using your TTS mod, showing your physical prototype. Maybe you'll send a physical prototype copy to them, stuff like that. And you might get published that way. I've been pitched a lot of games. I've published very few of what I've been pitched.
That's fair.
Just the reality of it.
Yeah.
So that's like the next rundown. Okay, what about the next step? The next step would be doing a crowdfunding campaign. If there's several risks and advantages to doing a crowdfunding campaign on something like Kickstarter or GameFound or Indiegogo. The main upside is that this is basically the main board game self-publishing route. You can put together a really nice looking Kickstarter video, graphics for your Kickstarter, all of that. That is a whole extra challenge and cost of, art production, video production, graphic design production in of itself. Making the Kickstarter itself can be expensive, but let's not worry about that right now. Okay. The upside of doing a crowdfunding campaign like this is that you can show publishers and distributors that there is interest in your game immediately. People are willing to put money down for it right now. That's the big advantage. Another big advantage is that Kickstarter itself will help you market your game. You'll get to be on their website if they really like it, and you fill out the projects we love survey, and they say, oh, wow, this sure is a project we love. You'll get that badge. You'll be put in their emails and all of that. It's a great marketing opportunity. And those are the two main advantages of Kickstarter. Now for the dangers of Kickstarter. If you don't know what you're doing with it, there is a high probability it is going to bite you in the butt and you will not have enough money to finish your project. Kickstarter takes 5%. The credit cards take 5%. You're already down 10% right out of the gate with your funding goal. Then you have shipping to worry about that you may not have figured in. If you haven't already talked to manufacturers, you might not have an accurate manufacturing quote, and you might make zero money at the end of this Kickstarter. Kickstarter does not charge tax to your backers. So you have to mentally calculate roughly what the tax on each of your sales is going to be so that you can pay sales tax at the end of the year. That's all very dangerous when it comes to Kickstarter. The other downside to Kickstarter is it's going to take you 6 months to a year to actually get the product in people's hands from when the Kickstarter is successfully funded and ends. Are people still going to care about your game at that point?
Right.
Maybe not. And that's a real danger.
Well, video games is different, but look at Powell, for example. It
Yep.
was super hot. It was super hot for almost 6 months, and then it done. You don't see it hardly ever anywhere streamed.
Exactly.
Like, at
Nobody
all.
cares anymore.
Yeah.
And that happens with board games too. So basically with Kickstarter, you're getting all of your initial hype and excitement for your launch before your game's even launched. It can be good, but it can be bad at the same time. So that's crowdfunding. Generally, if you're a one-man indie team, I recommend giving it a shot. The worst thing that happens is you succeed. Because if you fail, nothing bad's going to happen to you. That's okay. And then on the final rundown of how you get it out, you just bootstrap it yourself. You talk to that local printer. You say, hey, how many copies of this can you make for me? You pay them for 25 copies. You go to your local game store. You maybe ask your local game store owner, hey, can you stock my game? We'll do it on commission. When it sells, you take half, I take half. Sure. I've done that for people before. Why not? Right. And you just go with that. And you make a website. You still show it to people. You slowly grow over time. Maybe a couple people order it off of your website here or there. And that's your game.
All right. Well, really quick.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Right? Because you went through an in-depth process, and I didn't want to disturb you between it.
Oh, thank you, Michael Superbacker.
Right?
He is the Superbacker, though.
Well, thank you,
Superbacker. That's right. But anyways, one thing you skimmed over, didn't really talk about that's important. I'd like to hear your thoughts on is social media presence and pushing your product into there.
Absolutely. So having a strong social media presence is important and is easily one of the things that myself personally and my company at large is pretty darn bad at. I will fully admit that. Our marketing, our social media marketing is easily the weakest thing that we provide and we bring to the table. We're getting better with that with having AC Faust publishing her titles. She does a great job with that. Caleb Nelson of Necromancers does a great job with that. So having those two, be business partners of mine is helping. But yeah, social media is upside free. It is a free way to market your game. Get out there, talk about your game. We talked about making friends in the artist sphere. Works the same way as social media. Go into some board game communities. Talk to other people about their games. Talk to them about your game. Be excited. Be happy. Be interested in meeting people and talking to people.
Oh, that sounds good.
Networking.
Right. One more question for you. For those people out there who want to be lazy, right? Who want to do as less work as they can to get this project done. They want to get all the handouts. How much legwork would you say, like, as a game designer, you put in? Like, out of 100%, are you putting 110, 120? Or you feel like you're putting in at 80? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that's tough. It varies from game to game. Right? So there are times where, as a businessman, I look at a project or part of the project and I say, you know what? This segment of this product we can get away with it just being good. It doesn't have to be great. So sometimes we'll just make something good instead of the absolute best can be, which saves our energy and money to make the things that really need to shine. But how much work do I put into my projects? All of it.
There you go. And
I
don't want to sound narcissistic or anything, but there's some people who just need to hear that. You need to put all the work into it.
Yes, there's no shortcuts. There's a couple of things that I want to make very clear when I'm talking about this. If you're trying to make a game to make money and get rich, stop. Because you won't. That's not the way it works. If you want to make a game, you should make the game because you want to make the game. You should care about your game as a game before anything else. Sure, we've seen Kickstarters that have made $500,000 to $1 million for TCGs on Kickstarter all the time. And I'll tell you flat out, you know what's happened to all those games? It hasn't gone well. MetaZoo collapsed. Nostalgics is on its last legs. When was the last time you heard anybody talk about Grand Archive, pal?
True.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah, I heard it was a good game.
Takes a lot for a game to be every day everybody knows kind of game. Like Stone Age, not everybody knows what Stone Age is, but it's a household name now. Everdell, household name now. There's a lot that goes into it.
AC, you nailed it. Your game should be like a second job. You're paying yourself with the reward of advancing your game's progress to completion. I completely agree. Yes.
I'm not in the professional game design space, so I have to ask the questions.
No, I love the fact that's such a good question, and it really let me, hammer home to anybody who's listening and is like, "Oh, I bet the Speedrobo guy's gotten rich off of making games." No, my income's like $20K a year. That's where I'm at, and this is my full-time job, and I don't have any other hobbies. And the reason why is because if I worked a different job, let's say I used my electrical engineering degree that I have, and I worked at Caterpillar making mining trucks. Sure. You know what I'd do every single weekend on my free time? I'd be making card games, man. That's what I'd be doing.
Right.
Like, I don't recommend anybody get into this industry unless there is nothing else they want to be doing.
That you want to have the passion.
Exactly.
Like I know from designing games, right? There's like I said, I've designed over 20 games. Not big games, like money challenging games for saving money kind of games, right? The biggest game I did was a Monopoly take on saving money. This is from a wife, right? And even for a small project, I had to spend days on the graphic design and all the work on the games and the rule books and stuff. So those are tiny games.
Oh yeah.
And that was a second job for me.
Yeah.
I just want people to hear that it does. You have to have a passion for this kind of stuff.
Well, beyond the passion, I think I can shed a little more light on the specifics of how much time I spend and what I do. So typically, a game will spend minimum 1 year of development time in my studio before we even show it to anybody, before we even get to the initial playtesting phase, the TTS phase, any of that. 1 year minimum. Mafia Works was a board game that we released last year, got successfully funded on Kickstarter. Woo! Yay! That game spent 5 years in development.
Wow.
That's how long it takes sometimes to make a board game. And we went through several iterations of it. We tried one direction for, the marketplace for that game. We didn't like it. We tried something else. We went through another iteration. We didn't like it. We tried something else. Originally Mafia Works wasn't, crime animals themed. Originally it was a game called Little Witches. And it was like cute chibi witches casting spells. That was originally how that game started, but over time we found a different direction and polished it.
And Speedrobo, what you're saying is in that first one, you had to contact Marvel and Disney so you can axe it.
Yes, exactly. I got the AI.
I love it. Okay, sorry. Go on.
All right. Okay. I got a personal question.
Yeah.
All right. This one's all about me. Like all the questions I asked are questions I actually had lined up from earlier. But this one's my personal one. How do you find a name that's copyrightable?
So that's a really good question. Generally, the best thing that I can recommend is take your name, Google it, and just check every single result that comes up for the first 3 pages.
Nice. I mean, that's kind of what I do, but I like to hear someone else say it.
That's generally the way to go. There's also a you can check the US Copyright Office and Patent Office as well. Doesn't hurt. But I mean, just if you're if it doesn't come up on Google, guess what, man? Odds are you're safe. That's just kind of the reality of it.
It's pretty cool.
It's Speedrobo. God, Casey, such a rebel.
But yeah,
I don't know. I guess that counts.
Yeah, rubber robot. Well, they don't have as many kids.
Yeah, so I've been excited. I've been excited to join this live with you, Speedrobo. Like I said, my house is full of gamers. My wife is a bigger gamer. She's like always watching Board Game Geek and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
But we have over 100 board games in our house, and we play weekly, at least one game a week. Lately, ironically, the main game we played in the last couple months is Monopoly and a different variation of it each time.
I kind of like Monopoly, actually.
Right? But actually, like I said, we got games from Castles of Burgundy, Everdell, Abomination, all big Euro games and some simple games and fun games like Zombicide. Very diverse.
Love Zombicide.
Oh yeah, we got the Washington ZC one recently, and oh my lord, it's so fun.
So you mentioned Board Game Geek, and that actually reminded me of something marketing-wise that you can do for your for your game. Mr. Superbacker, I will get to your question right after this. But Board Game Geek's actually a great tool. Like if you're making a board game, get a Board Game Geek page for it going. Even if it's not out, even if you just have like the TTS mod, it's awesome. It's worth it. Do it. And also just go through like Board Game Geek forums, go to other like Board Game Geek pages of games that are like kind of similar or in the genre of what you're making. And if you see somebody in like a review for a game mention, oh man, I really liked, I don't know, Dune Imperium, but I wish there was less randomness in the deck building. And you might think, oh man, I'm making a, high sci-fi worker placement game, but it has less randomness. Hey, maybe this guy would like this. Reach out, message him, give him a nice personal message and say, hey, I saw your review. I'm making something that I think you might like. Do you want to play on TTS with me sometime?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Casey, there you go.
You can verify your desired trademark name by performing a trademark search on your... Yes, that is a good one. You definitely, with trademarks, you want to do that. Trademark electronic search system, I have used that as well. It is very good. Thank you, Casey. Michael Superbacker, you can't copyright something unless you're already selling something. You can just copyright your ideas. That is fine. You can go ahead and do that. I haven't actually heard that one, so I will double check that after this stream. I'll do a little extra research for you. And if
when YouTube was basically brand spanking new, I had a friend who created an account a long time ago who's no longer in the YouTube space, but he copyrighted his name multiple times.
Yes. Casey, you can't copyright a name, but you can trademark it. Yes. You can copyright your like ideas though. But yes, trademark specifically.
Trademark, yeah.
And that was something that I don't think I've brought up is trademarks. Are they worth it? Once you're up and running and established and selling, yes, I do think trademarking is worth it. A good example is when we were making Illyriad Empires, right before we launched the Kickstarter, we made sure that we got the trademark for that. I own the rights
that usually run
for a business. I wonder, can I copyright such trademark the name so nobody else can use it? It depends on the name, but probably you can send in an application and find out for sure that way.
There you go.
Again, not hashtag.
Yeah, you
Google
should,
advice.
though, Michael Superbacker. You should. Because everyone knows the name. Anyone else tries to use it, it's like, wait, what? Yeah.
Yep.
It's completely crazy what can be effective when it comes to trademarking and copywriting.
It is.
Yeah.
But
so
again, not
what does that run? Like to trademark, like, I don't know, the game name or whatever.
How much was it when we did it? I'll have to check my notes. It's like $500 is what we spent.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So it can be a little pricey, but if you're going to be doing a lot of business with that name, I'd say it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But again, I'd have to check with my company's lawyer about a lot of these specific legal questions. I will do that after this show. I'll double check to make sure I didn't say anything like catastrophically wrong. And if I did, I will correct it in the comments of the recording down below. So, if you're watching this after we're done being live, please go check those comments, just in case I gave you something that was wrong and my lawyer corrected me after the fact. So
that's fair. I hope most don't expect to come up off of my channel. Come on now. But yeah. But no, honestly, not legal advice, not financial advice or anything like that. I'm looking for more ballpark figures. So these aren't obviously set prices, but I do have to shop it, so might as well get a few tidbits here and there. So you're looking at about 500 to trademark your business name or the game name, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about 500 for each name you want to trademark.
Wow. Okay. So and you did some efforts, Tortoise, on the local level. Did you have any of your stuff printed at the print shop?
Yep, everything is printed at the print shop and laminated too. Pre-cut. They'll cut your stuff for an extra fee.
They'll what?
No, they will cut your stuff out for an extra fee.
That's nice. So what did that run you roughly?
About for like 20 games, it ran about like $40 plus the cutting out cost a little more, but you're looking around $40 for just the print process, plus the because they're looking because when you make meeples in the game, you get like 20 meeples a page because you're filling up the page or whatever. That's 65 cents. So it's not a lot when you print it at home.
Okay. So for let's say a prototype, you got some cards and then you got to get a game board depending on your game. So that depending on thickness and whatnot, you could shop that at your local print shop. So Speedrobo, if they went to you and say it's an inception mode, do you offer a service to put it all together?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There is not a service we don't offer at my company. And we've done it all. We're a full service general contractor. So the thing that I'll say is, generally speaking, our rate is about $25 per hour for any work that we do, and we'll just bill you hourly. That's how it works. If you want specific printing cost, give me some quick components. I'll look them up real quick.
Okay. Let's just say. Go ahead, Tortoise.
What I wanted to say before you started talking about there, because it was going to kind of answer your question a little. When you get into the graphic design of things, when you want to print stuff out, you want to know sizes, because that'll determine the size we got. Because like some board games are big that you're going to have to get printed on a 36-inch piece of paper. You're going to be charged for that 36-inch piece of paper, even if it's like half the space.
Correct. Right. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And that's if you're doing it at your local printer. But also, these are also good stats to when you're actually looking for a publisher or to take the next step, to have these sizes in mind, so that if you go to Speedrobo, for example, hey, I need a board game about yay big. Sorry, I'm not visual here. I need about yay big, right? Know that size. Cards 3x5s or magic card size, whatever. Know those sizes. And if you have it developed there, now it can give you like a better cost analysis type thing, right?
Correct. And a really good way because nobody's born knowing these standard board game component sizes. It's something you have to learn. Go to gamecrafter.com. They have a complete catalog of like every standard board game component. They have downloadable templates for all of it as well. So if you download those templates, you can even send those templates to me, and I can just immediately use them plug and play. So GameCrafter's catalog is a great resource for when you're starting out and you don't know these component sizes.
And on top of that, I'm putting in chat the link to GameCrafter.com plus a book you can order.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, there you go.
Those are really good resources.
Oh yeah. I'm here to help you, bud.
Perfect.
Yeah. So about 25 an hour from basically inception, and then you get into pricing the actual product out. So that's another good thing too, is you made this awesome game. it costs you X amount. What do people expect to pay for these games?
Yeah, so the best way to figure out how to make sure that your price is competitive is think about your components in your game and what it's equivalent to. So here's a really good example. Most people are familiar with the party card game Smash Up.
Okay.
So Smash Up, just pulling it up so that I've got the component list right here. Smash Up has 160 cards and a 12-page rulebook. That's it. That's all that comes in the box. And its MSRP is $35. So when I was making my party card game with Caleb Nelson, Necromancers, we had 140 cards, a bunch of tokens, and a 12-page rulebook. Okay, so what should we price it at? $35. Because it's the same components as Smash Up. And that's my recommendation on how to know how to price your game is just, look around. Another good example is we're releasing Splatterkins, and we've got booster boxes for that game, standard like CCG style stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's 24 packs, 7 cards per pack. Okay, what game also does that? Yu-Gi-Oh does that. Okay, what's their MSRP per pack? $4.25. So's ours. It's that simple.
All right. Can I add a little extra to that?
Please do.
All right. So everything you're saying is right. So I'm not debating you there.
Yes.
But you also price your product around the bulk rate you're buying at, because the printout, because sometimes it's cheaper to buy more, even though it's more expensive to buy more. So you can base your price on that. Like when these coffee cups I'm trying to make, it's about $400 for 12 or $400 for 40. If I have 40, I can sell them for less than $12 cups for 40. 400.
That is absolutely correct, Tortoise. And so this is one of those things where if you've successfully crowdfunded, you can purchase in bulk. So your crowdfunding price should be based on that.
Then you can help pay some of your taxes back.
Correct. But if you're doing the self-publishing route, you may need to go with print on demand from your local print shop or like GameCrafter or me or Make Playing Cards, right? And then at that point, you'll be pricing based on that. But no, you're completely correct, Tortoise. If you can, put the money down for 500 copies of your game, I recommend doing that because then you can get a much better price to your customers. You can be much more competitively priced. And you could even say, go $30 instead of $35.
Right. Because if you got the backup, say you're looking for people to back you up for 40 copies, but you get enough for 80 and you order 80.
Yep.
You're saving money on that 80, and then plus when you get the money back from all that, right? You can invest in more product, start flipping that. Then you can, if it works successfully in the dream world, you could definitely start turning a business around. It's about making those profits back, but mainly hitting that bottom line.
Yes. And, in general, my big recommendation to all of my indie game creators is focus on not going bankrupt. First and foremost is my general recommendation. If you can't comfortably afford to purchase in bulk, please go print on demand because taking a risk is how you kill your game. How many Kickstarters have you ran, ended up with a surplus of money, aka profit, or made just enough money to make the game come to life? That is a wonderful question. So I will actually pull up my Kickstarter list here and we'll go through them. So silence Kickstarter. I don't care right now. We've got Legacy's Allure was one of the first.
Oh, hello.
Did everybody just freeze up?
I don't know. I think
I hear you guys.
Yeah, I hear you guys. Speedrobo, I think we have a little error here.
I hear you.
Well, I'm hearing everybody but Speedrobo. Oh, and TCGDude, he's just quiet.
Well, he'll be right back.
I was just checking out Speedrobo's videos and whatnot on his YouTube page. You guys should give him a subscribe.
Yo,
Just
Why
saying.
What's that
why you
link
throw
for
his
him
link
while
in the
he's checking
chat
stuff
so
out?
people can check him out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna just post his YouTube channel in chat so everybody can check him out.
What? That's a great idea, KJ.
Okay.
It is. Oh, there you are. Oh, we almost had you.
Am I back?
Oh, there you go.
Welcome back.
Maybe. You're not muted.
I know it's me. I scare people off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, it's not every day you walk around and you see a freaking head sever off a body just talking to you.
Well, it depends on. Oh, never mind.
We're not talking about your last date, DJ.
Oh.
What? I'm kidding. Morbid joke, everybody.
All right, you might have to pop back out and pop back in, Speedrobo. Same link.
I had a similar situation once a couple months back.
Yeah. And you stayed popped out. Yes.
So how's Q doing while we're talking? Q's a cat, everybody.
Q is passed out at my feet.
See, every
Or,
time I'm talking to you, he's
jar.
passed out of your feet. What's up with your feet? Is like, are they stinking? He passes out, or is your feet cold and he's warming up for you?
I probably just doing it to make the other cat mad.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go.
Okay, so I am so sorry about that.
No problem.
We had some technical issues. I blamed the squirrels.
Yeah, my squirrels are getting naughty again. I'm sorry.
About the different Kickstarters that I had. How many Kickstarters have I ran? So
yeah,
the first one was Legacy's Allure. We did 44,000 on Kickstarter.
Nice,
massive success. Absolutely slam dunk. We walked away with with profit on that. We were able to keep the game running. We had big tournaments. Legacy's Allure has at this point, because it's not the sort of the game that needs constant expansions, and the parent company that hired me ran into a little bit of issues that I'm not going to get into.
Okay.
But just a slight bump in the road. But we are planning on having more content with Legacy's Allure next year. And we released a digital version of it. There's a video game on Steam for Legacy's Allure that you can go play. So that's cool. That one went great.
I am so stoked for you. Like, most people don't get it, but you're in TCG Card Shop Simulator. So I'm like, oh my God, I know that dude.
Yeah.
I know him.
So that is extremely cool. Like, basically our entire product line got featured in that game.
Wait. I've been watching somebody I stream with plays TCG Card Shop Simulator, and I've been watching. So which one of the ones with the green smoke?
So I'm actually all of them. Every single stinky card shop person represents me.
That's right. That's
no, but
yeah, it's right above where you buy your stuff. There's another link on your phone in game that you can order some Speedrobo products. And I like it because you don't have to keep price checking it every 2 seconds. Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's a couple to sidetrack a little bit on the TCG Card Shop Sim. The developer, wonderful person, fantastic to work with.
Nice.
And we set the purchase price and general MSRP for my products the same as they are in real life to make the simulation more accurate. And if you click my name in TCG Card Shop Sim, it will actually take you straight to my website.
Oh, that's sick.
Nice.
Which is really cool.
I haven't messed with that, but I got to try that.
Then another Kickstarter that we did, and this was for another client, was Warriors of Legend. This was more along the lines of a success that made enough money to keep it going, but not really with a whole lot of profit. I'm sure that Elias of Fake Name Games can fill you in more.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun. Mafia Works was another game where, we just got it over the finish line and we made enough money to fund the game, but we didn't turn a profit on the Kickstarter. However, I still make and sell Mafia Works to this day. And at this point, every single copy of Mafia Works that sells on my website is essentially pure profit for me. So
Nice.
yay.
So you basically sold the hit bottom line. Now everything's just profit trickling in.
Correct. Necromancers has been the biggest hit my company has ever seen. It gave us basically 3 months of operational runway for the company.
Speaking of which, I'm not sure on the time, but it will probably be late night for what was it?
Necromancers, yeah.
Necromancers. So we may be demoing that tomorrow night. I don't have a set time yet. And also my friend that's coming in, I'm not sure what her time frame is. So
no problem. Just let me know.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. But we might have another demo. I told you it's been Speedrobo week, bro.
It's Speedrobo week. I really appreciate it, man. I really do.
Well, I mean, I don't work cheap, but if I'm invested, I put in extra.
Absolutely. Then Illyriad Empires hasn't been finished yet, but so far doing really well for our company.
Hey, for the sponsorship, remember I promised you 3 plugs. So here we go, guys. Let's see that ad one more time,
Let's
baby.
Do it. Let's run it.
And again, thank you, Speedrobo, for sponsoring today's episodes. If you guys want to sponsor something, my rates are hella cheap. Hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you out and realize that most of that money you're giving me goes to other channel stuffs and giveaways and other essentials. So thank you so much for sponsoring today's episode, Speedrobo.
Oh, absolutely. Thrilled to be a sponsor, and we will be doing it again.
Awesome. Real quick though, let's have one of the first drawings for an Iliad. Hopefully I'm saying it right. T-shirt. It's a 2XL, so if it's too big for you, you got a 90, so it still works. But it's 2XL. If you guys are not in it again, it is. See if I saved it. No, it didn't save. Damn it. It is hashtag Speedrobo. So let's go and do one of those giveaways right meow.
Let's do it.
All right.
Woo! Right on.
That's my name.
Yeah. That's right. And let's go to the right thing. That's my meme today.
Woo!
That is my meme today. I love it. Okay, here we go. Speedrobo. It will probably hit the chat before I spin it, as that's the way it works. If you guys don't see your name here, please to put in hashtag Speedrobo. So we got Hex Ducklet, Hail Wheeler, KJ Cowboy Dan, Michael Subacker, Hillbilly, SolarGod, Superfast Tortoise, and TCGDude. Let's go.
Let's do
first
it.
roll. We have one more roll after this, so if you missed it, you can go ahead and put it in there. All right, here we go. Bink. Rigged. Rigged.
Rigged.
Exclamation point rigged. Exclamation point rigged. Let's see it in chat right meow. So if you're in the Discord, just go ahead and at Speedrobo, Superfast Tortoise, so that he one, you guys need to connect anyways.
Oh, absolutely.
It's exclamation point rigged. We have some fun stuff in the Naughty Bot. And the reason why we call it Naughty Bot is because the first time I ran it, it was like kicking people out. So we're like, dude, this thing's nutty. So there you go. It's nothing to do more than that. There it is. Rigged.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you, Naughty Bot. Okay. Cool. We'll have another spin here in a minute. Actually, we got to wrap up. So, all right, if you guys aren't in it, let's go ahead and do it again.
All right, one more.
One more. And here we go.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
SolarGod.
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 I'm
Sorry,
getting there.
gotta
Good. I was. Yeah, I know. Wait. We
Do I
got
have
to get
any-
SolarGod.
Do I have any current Kickstarters? Yes. Illyriad Empires is live right now on Kickstarter. And if you back today, you can be one of the early bird backers and get a $10 off your
Hey,
purchase
now.
for this board game. And this board game is massive. It has 200 troop tokens, 80 resource
Wow.
tokens, nearly
Wow.
30 plastic hexes. All of our components are either plastic or playing cards.
Wow.
You get the rule book. Our rule book's currently looking to be 12 pages. You've got 80. I already said the 80 resource tokens. Just a ton of cards. You can see the entire the whole list up on Kickstarter. Go check it out right now. You will not be disappointed with this game. I've play tested it with so many people, and the worst thing anybody said is cool game, but not my thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
my son would
dude.
love this game, Illyriad. It's his style of gaming.
Yeah,
Definitely check it out.
for sure. All right, we're gonna do the other spin here, but I was looking for something. I've been long.
SolarGod.
Yes. Obviously, that was not the voice of Superfast. It totally wasn't. Yeah. All right, so let's do this last spin. Here we go. And it is SolarGod. That's right. All right. We got go ahead and get out of that. Sorry, I'm kind of stuck in the loop here. There we go. Back to this. Okay. So now comes our favorite section, the shill section. TCGDude, are you there, buddy?
Oh no.
He's being
All right,
daddy
well-
right now.
Yeah, he sure is. Hillbilly. Let's go.
All right. Right now, my channel is at 693. Trying to get to 700, but mostly trying to get to 1,000. But I do arena streaming every day, twice a day, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then I do it again at 2 o'clock to try to climb that mythic ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's twice a day. Then on weekends, on Saturdays, I do 3 streams. First one is Arena as usual. Then at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, I'm doing a game of Commander. And then after Commander, whatever time it gets done, I do another stream and do another Arena stream.
Nice.
And that's
Well,
why
go check it out. Drop
so-
that link. Drop that link, buddy.
Okay.
That's right. Let's get to Cowboy Dan. I don't mean to cut you short there, but I hope I didn't. But always drop your link. Drop that link.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. Cowboy Dan here. So what do we got going on? We have, we have Jess's birthday coming up on December the 6th. So join me on Procrastinating Across the Ocean with Jessie Hellwheeler for her birthday. We're going to be doing a little Jaxbox gaming, and then we have some community-driven content that's going to be fun. And I hope everybody gets a chance to come and join us.
Awesome. All right. There we go to the Shieldmaster Zero himself. Thanks for coming on today. Super fast tortoise.
Whoa, hold on a second. All right, right. Super fast tortoise here. That's 661 subs. Yeah, I'm proud of those subs too. You know, they're amazing. And thank you, my channel members, for supporting me all the way through. Everybody, Tomorrow's a regular episode of Super Fast Tortoise every morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to have in the show morning coffee. Usually you find me, Hillbilly, KJ there. But also tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Friday. We're going to play some Commander tomorrow night for FNM, Friday Night Magic, for those who don't know. And we're going to have a blast on Spell Table. And with that, I want to thank you guys for chilling out with us today.
Awesome. All right. And this whole week has been devoted to you, but it is shill time. I said super almost. Speed Robo. Yeah. Super Speed Robo. There you go.
Super Speed
Tortoise.
Robo, that's me.
Super Speed Robo Tortoise Gaming. Yeah, I got it.
That's me. Thank you all so much for being here, and to all my fellow commentators, I really appreciate the discussion tonight. I greatly appreciate the fact that DJ reached out to me, a few months ago, and we hit it off, and we've become good business partners and friends. It's been great to be here. And if you enjoyed my commentary on the industry and game design in general, I actually have a lot more to say, and it's all up on my YouTube channel of nearly 1,000 subscribers.
Hey, now, let's work on that. Here's your website. If you wouldn't mind typing in, don't do the @ symbol, do the HTTP symbol, thingy for your YouTube. That would be a great help.
Yes, let me go ahead and get that as well. But we've got a whole playlist of a series that I made several years ago, back when I had more free time, called Exploring Card Game Design. So if you want to learn more about how to make your own card games, the do's and don'ts, and the lessons I've learned, that playlist is a great place to learn more. And if you have any questions about anything going on in the industry, I'm notoriously easy to get a hold of. Discord, any of my socials, or just simply emailing me through my website. I will respond to you as fast as I can. Thank you all very much for tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you again for sponsoring, man. It means a lot.
Anytime.
All the games and giveaways and all that's been out of pocket, and I'm poor. So any help I get, I'm stoked. All right. So to the chill here.
Hold on. I forgot to show one thing. Forgot to show one thing.
The main thing on the 22nd, bro.
The 20th. Yeah, the important thing. Well, click the thing. I can't click it.
What thing?
That thing. There you go.
Oh, look at that. Fundraiser auction.
Yeah, fundraiser auction. Magic the Gathering. We're going to be selling Magic the Gathering cards on November 22nd, 2024, live on YouTube only. Paying using only PayPal. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. This is so we can get some super fast tortoise mugs made and created and handed out to supporters of the channel for free. So everything you do to help out with the fundraiser auction will be amazing. And thank you for taking time. Starting on 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's a Friday before Thanksgiving. So let's get it going. And thank you, DJ, for letting me do that.
Yeah. No, I was like, you're kind of forgetting something, but I was like trying to keep the show going, and I'm like, he's forgetting something. What is it? Oh, yeah. Right when it dawned on you, I was like, oh, yeah, you should probably shill that, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So we are super close, guys. Like super close. Where'd you go? There we go. To hitting 1420 subscribers. When we hit that, probably at 21 or something, we'll do a live. I am giving away this deck right here. It's still inner sealed. There you go. The whole deck. And I get to open an alliance pack for the very first time for hitting that goal too. So be on the lookout for that. I will have a sign-up page here very soon. Also in the Discord, I'm trying to get some rip-and chips to get some money up to keep them going, but also to fund some merch projects similar to what Superfast is doing. Looking at some custom dice from our boy Speed Robo here, and maybe some stickers, but I'm looking into some other options as well. But I've always wanted custom dice because they look cool, so I want those. So I'm going to be selling some boxes, hopefully, to raise up the money for that. So right now we have $5 rip and ship Dominator Remastered. You can pre-sell to help me get the box in quicker. And then also I want to waifu chase and hit up some Foundations Jumpstart, because there's some good commanders in there and some other fun stuff. So I'm gonna search it myself. I might get a box of the channel, but I will be doing some rip and ship on that as well. $5 all night long. Let's go. So there you go. That's my shill. Wait.
Chill. That's right. And you know what you should
Yeah.
do really quick? Play that sweet video of Speed Robos again. For
Oh
number
yeah,
3.
that's right. Three plugs. That's right. Buy now.
What? You can available right now on Kickstarter.
Right meow.
Oh, so I actually have a fun fact about the video that I'll bring up when
Okay.
There he is. So that gentleman who's laughing from his game demo, that's actually Caleb Nelson, the creator of Necromancer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He did a recorded game demo with us at Orchard
Nice.
Fair, and he wound up
That's
in the final cut of the video.
Nice.
Yeah. I just posted the Discord link. You can catch you can catch Speedrobo in there as well as Aussie and the Warriors of Legends creators in there too. If you have any questions on their games, please do hit them up. That's what they love to do.
Oh,
so,
yeah. We are all very talkative. We're aggressively friendly. We want to answer your questions. So ask away.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Definitely.
Very awesome tonight.
Oh, yeah. And one last thing, too. Now that we've done the sponsorship, you are looking into sponsoring other channels, especially if they're doing board games. So please do hit me up or hit Speedrobo up in my Discord. It's all about networking, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
if you do board game reviews, let me know. We're actually making demo copies of Illyria Empires right now. So send me your channel information, and I'll take a look. I'll talk about it with the parent company, with the IP holder. If we like your stuff, we'll send you a demo copy for free.
I hope I'm already on that list.
You are already on that list.
Okay, I figured I was, but now you saw the setup last night. That wasn't too bad. I think it's big enough to do a whole board game.
Oh, that'll be just fine. Yeah, actually, the Illyriad Empires, when you set it to 2-player mode on the smallest map, takes up such a small footprint. You could play this on like one of those like end tables if you really wanted to. That's something that I'm really, really happy with this game, is that it is so modular and customizable to fit any gamer's needs or environment, and just have a good time.
Sounds amazing.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, guys, it's been super amazing. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. It's been fantastic, for sure. And thank you for kind of a rundown. I think we should do a more in-depth one again. Maybe I was trying to go a little more cost-associated, but, the artist thing is really where the most money will be spent, depending on the artist you go for. So that's kind of hard to factor in. But I did find out $500 for trademarking. Makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
And then we got some kind of, depending on your local shop, if you're just trying to get a demo out quick and do it yourself, we found that out as well. So good time.
Exactly. And if anybody needs any quotes for any board game components, just send me an email. I'll send you a quote for free. It's no problem at all. And that'll help you figure out rough costs as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for everyone watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe and the like, of course. And the giveaway's coming soon. We're very, very, very close. We're 22 away for giving out this EDH deck. Then the next one is 1515. I already got a bunch of giveaways. And I'm going to have you guys vote between Captain America and where is mine? Where is it? Uh-oh. Am I missing one? Oh, there it is. It's going to be a vote between Iron Man and Captain America that I will be giving away for the 22-22. subscriber giveaway. So there you go. Good times. Oh, and later on tonight, I'm going to take a quick break. Dan, if you're available, join me. I'm really excited about this. We're going to do a live opening, baby. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I saw one of those at the store the other day.
Yeah,
It's
baby. It's so
ridiculous.
dumb. It's so dumb. But, you know, I love my props. So this is going to eventually end up over here. And when we crack a bad card or something lame, I'm going to toss in the toilet. And there you go. All right, guys. You've been awesome. Stay that way. And we'll catch you next time.